Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on a sim. We're not your financial advisor. We will take a couple minutes and we start soon. Thank you. Okay, at this moment, there is nothing really. Today is a Friday, and we have a reversal. The target is achieved at 40.59. For the ones has not been taken any trade, there is a re-entry around 40.70 on a sim as a re-entry short 40.70. This is the re-entry short. There is no long at this moment. For the Nasdaq, we have a trade right now as we speak as a re-entry, and the re-entry point short is around 12.351. So we will see what happened. The auto trade taking a trade long. I don't want the long trade, so I'm gonna close this position and let it take another trade. It's not the long trade is not gonna happen. So what I did, I just closed the trade on the ES, and we will see. Because as long as this market below the 40.76 is only short, So we will see what happened. For the Nasdaq, here is the re-entry short is 123.50. 123.50 re-entry short on the Nasdaq. On a sim, we're not your financial advisor. The market is a little bit mixed, so be careful with your trade, please. I don't want the ES to take long. I'm closing this position on the ES. I don't want anyone follow it. There is no long on the ES, gentlemen. There is no long on the ES. Do not allow your auto trade to take long. Too early for the long right now. It's not going to hold because you have the sellers over the buyers, The market analyzer on the side is mainly to the short side, and there is a little weakness in the market, so it's too early to call the long at this moment. We need to see the ES above the 40.76 before we close all the short trades. We need to see the ES above the 40.76. So be careful with that. The Nasdaq is going to drop from this area. It's not strong enough at this moment to break all those levels. And as we see, the market not climbing anymore. So as long as the ES below the 40.76 is only short, gentlemen. The CL trade closed. We will look at the CL as well. Also the CL, there is no sign for a long trade. We're still on a short trade. And there we go, look at this. The ES start dropping and the Nasdaq start dropping again. For the Nasdaq, folks, if you are auto trading, it doesn't matter where this auto trade coming from, it's the same story. So please don't think you are trading a different auto trade, so this is not your problem. It is your problem. There is no long on the Nasdaq, period. So if you are whatever type of an auto trade, you're auto trading, there is no long trade on the Nasdaq, period. It's too early to let your auto trade go long, because there is a tremendous resistance on the Nasdaq and it's not gonna go, and the market is weak. It's not able to break all those lines. So there is only short on the ES and Nasdaq, short only. Until now, short only, and you should not allow an auto trade take long at this moment. And if you are a smart trader, you pause your auto trade for a few minutes to see if the Nasdaq break the 4076. If the Nasdaq break the 4076, you can unleash your auto trade to the long side. You gotta be patient a little bit, please. Those the area where most of the traders lose money. What we are looking at with the Nasdaq and ES, this is where 90% of traders lose money because they cannot read it. They don't know how to read it, or maybe they don't have the tools to read it. So there is no long, gentlemen. Be careful. Don't fall to their traps. It's only short. only short. There we are, you see, works like a clock, and there we go, the markets start going down. For the guys are trading ATR, now they are in trouble because no matter what time frame they are using, by this time their ATR pointing long and there is no long. That's why they keep failing with MACDs and ATRs, because they cannot. It's just a simple, stupid moving average. And you don't do that, you know. So what they're doing, they're getting a wrong signal in a wrong direction. That's why they cannot get off the ground with their auto trades. They keep losing money. So there we are. The market going back down as we expected. And to our traders, if you look at the market analyzer, as we talked in the private webinar and even here in the public, when the market is not in sequence, you are in trouble. If we look at the ES, NASDAQ is pointing short and the YM is pointing long, and they have to be in sequence. The ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, they have to be on the same direction, and the 30-year Treasury bond should be the opposite direction. And this is exactly what we have. The 30-year Treasury bond is at the opposite direction of the ES. The YM is going on 3 lines, long, 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 and that is causing also weakness when they are not all 3 in the same direction. That means there is trouble in the market. Always, always, before you start unleashing auto trade, make sure if you don't know how to read technical charts, it's fine. But there is many simple ways before you unleash your auto trade to the market, especially on Fridays, because a Friday, it happened that can ruin your weekend, you know, and you don't want to get your weekend ruined. So it's very important for a guy don't want to go through all the details, the technical charts. If the ES, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones, they're not in sequence, they're all pointing short, and the 30-year Treasury bond should be on the long side, then you need to stop until everything are in sequence, and then you can unleash an auto trade. So right now, the market is maybe is going to turn around. I don't trust it until I see the ES above the 40.76, then it's finished. You see where is this market standing? Below the 40.76. So until now, we don't have confirmation for the long side. This number here on your chart indicating, you can see how the ES stopped right at the 40.76. And look at this. It's stopping right there. So we should not make a guess. The ES either is going to stay below that number or is going to break that number. So we stay on hold for a few minutes to see what's going on. For the NASDAQ, there is no long trade at this moment until we see the ES breaking the 40.76. You can see, like what we said yesterday, you have a solid door. You kick it the first time, the second time, the third time, and then it gets weaker. And then if you keep kicking that door, finally it's going to break. So what happened when you have this number, the market come and start kicking this number. The first time, the second time, the third time, until it managed to break that line Once this market able to break that number here, this means it gotten weaker, this solid door, and now is going to change from short to long. So if you notice, if we look at the market condition, it's coming and keep knocking the door on 40.76. The 40.76, it is the decision between short and long. Anything below that number is short, anything above that number is long. So as we see, we don't have the confirmation yet that we need to unleash the auto trade or a manual trade to the long side. And maybe it's going to try, but after 3-4 attempts, of course, this door is going to get weak and then it will be broken. So as we see right now, the ES came in exactly to this number, and maybe it's going to try to knock this door one more time and one more time until eventually break that door and we start having a long trade. So if we notice how the ES trying to knock that door 40.76, look at this, and it is automatic. You don't have to draw anything when you start your Ninja Trader. It don't. You can see how the ES fighting that number 40.76. Now it has been 4 attempts to break the 4076. So here it is. When you see those conditions here, you need to be careful how your auto trade, taking a trade, is it gonna hold or is gonna get weak? And look what happened. Look what happened to the ES. Is having a hell of a time to break that line 40.76. So the key is 40.76. And look, it's trying now again probably until it's been broken. It's exactly like a door trying to kick it, and you keep kicking that door until it gets weak, and finally you break that door. And that's exactly what happened here, folks. That's exactly what happened. So the ES is trying to break the 4076. Try to do that, you see? When we look at the momentum, at the pressure in the market, the pressure in the market is very mixed from 1 to 30 minutes. From 1 to 30 minutes is mixed. And then you have the buyers over the seller. They are a little bit the buyer over the seller, a little bit, not much. Not much. And then we'll see if this market keep trying to penetrate that. And if we notice on the NASDAQ is sitting on a standby. That's what I said 10 minutes ago. You should not go long on the NASDAQ. And the reason is because there is a lot of resistance, and the NASDAQ is not going to do anything until the ES break that technical line. And once the ES break that technical line, the NASDAQ is going to start flying. But the NASDAQ is already in trouble. There is a lot of resistance. It's not tradable. The question is, how are you going to trade the market with those bunch of lines here? Is exactly, it's not tradable. When you see a lot of lines above or below this NASDAQ or ES or Dow Jones or CL, that means this market is not tradable, and you need to be careful with it. So if we notice now, finally the ES broke that wall after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts, and then it got weaker, and now all your short trade should be stopped, and now we are on a new phase. It is long. So you can see how the NASDAQ has reacted to the ES when he broke that wall 4076, and now is trying to get up with the ES. But the problem is today it's not good to trade the NASDAQ because there is a lot of resistance in there. It's not tradable until now. So if you have an option between an ES or a NASDAQ, right now your NASDAQ is your best horse to ride on, and leave the NASDAQ alone. Leave the NASDAQ alone, because it's very tight at this moment. And if we notice, once he broke that line, right now the ES is start climbing, and it will be climbing like what we predicted yesterday to the 40.090. Then if this market have enough momentum, this is today is a Friday. On Friday, the institutional numbers are done by 11 o'clock, target 1 and target 2, profit taken on those institutional number. And once we reach around 11 o'clock, the second target, profit taken, there is nothing left for the morning session. We always try to predict for you, and everything when we say here on a YouTube, when we say where is the destination for the morning session, we always nail it 8 or 9 out of 10. So this is a very good percentage how we predict the morning sessions. So as we see right now, if we look at this market momentum start getting stronger. The market, the analyzer here from 1 to 30 minutes, from 1 to 30 minutes, most of it is in the green. There is only a little bit on the high time frame, which is going to take a little time to turn around, but then it is okay. Now the sellers are much below the buyers, and this one here in conjunction with the 6 different time frame indicating now the buyers are riding this market, not the sellers, and everything start now falling into the place. Everything start falling into the place. And the market, the first things, we have one system from the market analyzer is predicting you can take a profit at 4090. Or if you want to go on the institutional, when the market goes to the institutional, target 1 and target 2, usually those are the morning session, and the target 3 is the afternoon session. We're not going to deal with it, but mainly in the morning you have the morning session, target 1 and target 2. When the market reached the target 2, normally profit taking goes back to target 1, goes back to target 2 for at least from 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Keep going around between target 2 and target 1 once achieved the target 2 because of profit taking. So right now we are riding to the long side, and still the NASDAQ is struggling, and the ES is a matter of time before he breaks this resistance at 40.83. He's gonna reach this is one system separate from the others, estimating for you target profit taking at 40.90. So in other words, if you have 2 or 3 contracts, whether you are on a micro or a mini, once you achieve the 40.90, you can unload one, and once you hit target 1 at 40.95, you unload the second one, and if you want it wait on the last one, the runner, you can unload it at 41.03. If you are in a hurry to go on a weekend, you go ahead and you can close all your position at 40.90. So there's nothing wrong with it. There's not much difference between this target and that target. As we explained yesterday, when the market is trending, it's like you're climbing the stairs. You climbing the stairs to the 15th floor. You take the first 5 floors, and then you take a break, and then you start climbing to the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you take a break, and then you climb to the last 5. So the market does not keep climbing. It takes a break like you are going up the stairs. It goes back, pull back, confirm all those levels has achieved, and then start going up again. So do not get scared when the momentum in the market is pointing to the long side, and if you see drop like this, this is an opportunity for a re-entry long because there is no short trade anymore. The market is pulling back, confirming some numbers, and then eventually is gonna go somewhere around that area between 40.73, 40.72, somewhere around that area, pull back, re-entry long, and what it does, the market takes a break like you are climbing the building with the 15th floor. So you should not be panicking when you see there is a pullback. It is an opportunity, if somebody missed that trend, to go ahead and take the trade and or re-enter the market again. If on the CL, also on the CL, we broke that line, and right now at the CL, there is a good entry at 75.76 as a re-entry is a very good position on that one here. So now if we notice here, the ES came in, used to be resistant, come into the support area at 40.75. If the support area did not hold, then you have a re-entry around 40.70 again from where we started from. So the market is taking a break, but we are going long. That's how I want you to look at it. You should not get scared when you are auto trading. You are on the right direction. For the Nasdaq, I still do not advise you to take trades on Nasdaq, please. Do not take any trades on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq does not look good today. For the Europeans, the DAX is flying. We are almost 7,000 euro on the DAX. The DAX has been doing extremely well. There is a lot of action happening in Europe, and it almost hit the 7,000, now is going back. So the DAX is doing well. All the DAX. Okay, let's see what's happening here. So there used to be a resistance, now it's become support at 40.75. We're still waiting on the ES. If there's any drop on the ES, we have a re-entry at 4070. That's exactly where we started from. So let's see if it's gonna hold, or it can be a re-entry on a sim at 4070. not much to do at this moment. There we go. We have a re-entry long at 40.70. 40.70 on a sim, re-entry long. Right there. We have an extreme storm. I hope the internet will not go away. I don't know if you can hear the wind. You see, as it expected, pulled back. Wow. And we start climbing again to those numbers. The 40.90 and the institutional number is 40.95. And once we hit target 2, it's finished for today, which normally around 11 o'clock. Now it is 10:32. It's too early. It's very early yet. It's only 10:32. So we still have 30 minutes to deal with. We have a little projection here, but then it's gonna break it, no big deal. For the CL, you gotta be careful. You have a target at 76.51. $76.53 for the CL, and the ES, as we expected, by 11 o'clock we hit target 1 and target 2, and we are climbing again to the first target at 40.90. The YM from this morning is still on the long trade, the YM. The ES is on 1600. For the Nasdaq, you're gonna have a problem somewhere around 124.12. If you are auto trading the Nasdaq, you're gonna have a problem in there. And the ES climbing, the first target is 40.90. 40.90 is taking profit if you want to. The Nasdaq, as we see, it has this problem here on a double resistance. That's why it is dropping back somewhere around 123.63 and then re-entry. It's right at the double resistance. Look at this. There is some sellers trying to, let's see what happened. For the re-entry on the ES, it is 40.74 on a sim as a re-entry, 40.74 or 75. Whatever, 74 or 75. 74 is much better. 40, 74.75 or 75 should be okay. But I prefer the 74 number as a re-entry. Nasdaq as a re-entry. I don't like the Nasdaq today at all. This is not good. I don't like the Nasdaq. This is the re-entry on the Nasdaq 123.6275. This is the re-entry, but I'm not happy about the Nasdaq today. I'm not happy about it. It's too much. It's not an easy day today. Really, it's not an easy day. No short on the ES. No short on the ES. Stay away from the Nasdaq. The market is changing direction again, and I will not advise anyone taking any more trades. Please stop trading. This is not good. Please stop trading. Doesn't matter what system you have, because the short is not good. This short, because there is a lot of support area from 40.63, and the short is not in order and the long is not in order. So please, on Friday, stop trading at this moment. Stop trading. Turn to sim and stop trading. This is not good. This is not good, folks. Sometimes you have to stop, and today this is not good. The market, there is no direction in the market. Please stop it. The short is not accepted here. It's very tight. It's not accepted. And the long is over. There is no more long. The Nasdaq from the beginning today, it didn't look good. And if we look at the ES, there is no way there is a short trade because of all this support area, and the market is don't have a direction, and that is this is not good. This is not good day for trading. Very good, Vito. This is not good, folks, to trade. You're gonna get in trouble. This is not good for trading at this moment. I'm sorry to say that, but I'm not gonna encourage anyone to take any trades anymore for today. Maybe it will get better in the afternoon, but this morning session, if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get your account crashed. And especially if you are on one of those systems, you're doing some to get in one of those companies to finance for you. This is not a good day to tangle with the market. Maybe in the afternoon will change, but at this moment I'm gonna not encourage you to take anything from now to 12 o'clock. This is a very mixed market and there is no direction, and easily you can start losing money. Maybe in the afternoon around 1 o'clock the market start going one direction, but at this moment the way the Nasdaq and the ES, I'm sorry to say that, it's not tradable. Sorry to say that. So what we are going to do, we're going to end it early today. I wish you a very nice weekend. And please, because on a Friday, if you make mistakes, you feel it the whole weekend. You're in a bad mood. So don't do damage to your account today. It is a really nasty day. Maybe in the afternoon we'll get more clears, but this way there is no short and there is no long in the market. This market is playing us back and forth and there is no direction. In those cases, 90% of people lose money. Folks, that's all what we have. I'm sorry for today, nothing we can do. And we wish you a pleasant weekend, and I hope you stay safe for the rest of the day. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Bye.